Hello, and I'm here with our latest hospitality and events North subject. Uh, it's Andy from Eat My Logo. How are you, Andy?
I'm good, thank you very much, Elliot. Yeah, not too
Good
bad at
stuff.
all.
Absolutely. Well, we want to try and find out how the current situation has affected you and your company. But first, just to tell us a little bit about your background and how the company started and what you do.
Okay, well, Eat My Logo. We are a bakery business. The business is run was started and run by myself and my wife Ruth, and it started just about 6 years ago in Ruth's celebration cake shop in Chorley in Lancashire, where we live, and. Ruth was had a business making wedding cakes, birthday cakes, things like that. And then one day somebody came in and asked if they could have their logo on some cupcakes.
Okay.
And that she came home and told me, and that sprang an idea. And yeah, 5 or 6 years later, we'd kind of grown to this £1 million turnover business,
Wow.
great big new premises. Hell of a roller coaster ride for 5 years until the last few weeks.
Absolutely, and obviously we know lately it's been a bit of a challenge, which is why we're talking to people like you, just to find out, how it's affected you and obviously other businesses within the corporate events industry. But I know that's not the only thing you do. You obviously have managed to adapt and bring in some new products.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of what we do, you can see from the pictures behind me, our products, it's edible branding. So whether it's for an event, a business launch, an exhibition, rewarding people, a business celebration, all of those types of things, that is what our products are for. They're all really designed for when you have groups of people celebrating something to do with a business. So the changes that we've experienced at the moment have obviously had a really, really big effect on us. Pretty much switched off our core proposition overnight. We reacted quite quickly in terms of trying to think, okay, well, where are our audience? Our audience aren't going to be at work or at events, but they're going to be at home for the moment. So we very quickly adapted our range into smaller quantities, because we thought there might be an opportunity for businesses. They still want to buy stuff for their staff or for their customers, or even have remote events. So it was the ability to have stuff that could be sent out in smaller packages, so people could still celebrate and promote their brands, but in their own houses and in their makeshift offices at home. And that's been doing okay. That's been keeping us going.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a great story how you I think they call it pivoting, the buzzword at the moment, but it's a really good story. I mean, obviously the last few weeks, there have been a few positive stories coming out of the corporate events industry about the future. How do you currently feel about that?
It's it's starting to sound more encouraging. I mean, for my business, it's the point of we kind of need people to get back into work. If people are back into their place of work, then a lot of the events that happened will start to happen again.
Yeah.
So I think once we can start to see people going back into their offices, then that gives people confidence, I think, to get back out and realise that, yes, I can go back outside. We can go to work. As long as we're all sensible and we don't do silly things and we maintain our social distancing, you can still go out to work and have a relatively normal life like we used to have.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. I know, because I've seen you've been present at many of the industry shows like we have, and that's going to change quite a bit, isn't it? Because people no doubt come up to your stand, they want to try your product. It's a bit of a novelty. They see logos on the products and they want to try them. So how's that going to work?
Yeah, it's interesting. I suppose if we're back in that environment, I mean, we're booked to be at exhibitions and exhibit ourselves that we don't know if they will happen and have been postponed and moved to other dates. I think how you actually go about doing that tasting and sampling our actual products, I don't know, I suppose, until the events happen.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of talk, and I've seen things around organisations looking to do virtual events where they're still looking to do their exhibitions, but it's all going to be online. So, we're a member of the British Promotional Merchandise Association. They normally have a big show in September. And that's been switched to a virtual show now, an online one. So we're still waiting to see how the details of how that will work and how you do that interaction. And I suppose some of it is the point from our perspective. You've got to be able to we've got to be able to almost send our products to where the people are. If they can still talk to us like we're talking now, and they can still potentially sample our products, but we have to send them to them. They can't walk up to a stand.
No, of course. But luckily, you've got a very visual product, as we can see behind you. So hopefully that will sell itself, even though you don't get a chance maybe to taste it. That's the hope, isn't it? I think events will come back. Obviously, there's going to be more of this type of thing as well, but they will come back. Now, I
don't think you can ever replace. There's a lot of talk about people saying, "Oh, we don't need to travel now. We can do everything via Zoom. We don't need to do this." I still don't think you can beat that actual talking to somebody face to face, properly looking them in the eyes, properly reading their body language, and building that kind of relationship. And I think it will be really, really sad if that diminishes over the long term as a result of this, because I still think that is really, really powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you totally. Now, I had a quick look at your website before, and you've got some amazing products and services that I didn't know anything about. I just thought that you provided logoed confectionery to businesses, but that's not the case. So tell us a little bit about your sort of services and what you offer.
Well, I mean, our products are really based around baked products. So, it can be cakes, cupcakes, biscuits, flapjacks, brownies, donuts, cake pops, chocolate, things like that. We've just been developing our own mince pies for Christmas this week. But what makes it unique is we've invested quite heavily in state-of-the-art food printers. These are expensive pieces of kit that print fantastic quality images on top of icing, which goes on those products. So it turns what is a humble cake or biscuit into quite a powerful marketing tool. And businesses buy our products or give them out because the feedback, everybody loves being given something fantastic to eat.
They do.
No disrespect to the pen guys or the mug guys or people like that. It's you give somebody something really nice to eat, and it creates quite a powerful feeling back towards your brand if they've enjoyed eating it. It kind of sticks up here rather than sitting on your desk for ages. And the feedback we get from clients that use this and use it in the right way is fantastic.
And do you have can you do things like vegetarian, gluten-free?
We've got vegetarian, got gluten-free. We're just working on a granola product as well at the moment that we can use. It's keeping to moving with the times. Really, you have to.
And is there any limit in terms of the printing process? Pretty much any brand, or
we can print to photo quality with the machines that we've got. Occasionally there are certain things we have to say to people. We suggest you change this or change that so that it comes out the best. But again, in terms of the quality that we can print onto the products, it's superb. Nobody can really do it the way that we can.
Yeah, brilliant. It's just a great novelty idea, but as you say, for brands out there, it's just a really cool way of getting their brand out into the.
Well, we find it, for example, just in terms of we've supplied a fair amount of things where people who were due to have some kind of event and it's cancelled or it's gone online, and we've done things where we've sent stuff out to people at their home addresses before, so they get it before the event, and then everybody is on the event, and they've got their product, they've got their cakes or their brownies or something to eat and share within that event. So rather than what they would have had they physically been there, they've still got that element of it.
Yeah. So what percentage of your business actually is commercial?
All of it. Yeah.
Right.
We're in the process of coming to the final stage of developing and launching our consumer version of what we do.
Yeah.
But it isn't there yet.
Right.
We've been using a bit of the downtime, the extra time we've got in the day to bring that forward. But
Yeah.
no, apart from that, you know, the last 5 years we've been 100% B2B.
Yeah, I mean the way you've adapted, it's a real success story, and you know, hopefully we can all bounce back. But at least what you've done is, and you've shown real creativity in you know, bringing the product to market in different ways. So just to sign off, really, in terms of the corporate market, what's your thoughts for the future going forward?
I'm positive. I mean, we're obviously we're suffering at the moment like everybody else is. You know, I've got 13 people in my business. I'm the only person that's been here today.
Right.
So you know, that's always a little bit demoralising when I've got a big factory with nothing going on in it today. But it's not like that every day. But yeah, I'm positive about it going forward, because it will come back, and businesses have got money to spend. They want to spend. They want to market and promote their businesses, whether it's with products like mine or whether it's at events, things like that. All the way that it all used to happen is still there, and hopefully the budget's still sitting there for businesses to do it. So yeah. I'm positive about the long term. I think the challenge for all of us is getting through the short term.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, just give us a plug before you go. Then where can people find you?
Okay, so you can find us online at eatmylogo.co.uk. There's a whole range of products you can buy directly online, or if you've got more complex requirements or you need to talk about it, well, myself and my guys are here, and we can help sort out something that will really make your brand tasty.
Brilliant. Well, I for one are looking forward to tasting your products again in the future. It must be hard with you being there on your own all day, being able to taste lots of things without anyone telling you not to do it, because you can put on weight. So.
Yeah, biscuits are my weakness. It doesn't help having. We've probably got about 40,000 biscuits sitting outside my window. So yeah.
Yeah, you better have willpower. It's been lovely to talk to you, Andy. Really appreciate your time, and obviously listening to what you've had to say. It's been very interesting.
Okay.
So appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
No problem. Thank you. Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.